Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ashraf Jandali, and this is our sixth episode of Lightroom and Photoshop tips. And in the last episode, we were talking about the curves and how to use and how to master curves. Today, what I'm going to talk about is how to match colors between two pictures. Let's say, for example, you have a background and you want to add another picture or a person or any object or subject to your background. So if the color does not match, easily the people will know that you have done some composite, or it's clearly gonna be like a kind of composite photography or composite image. The way that we're gonna start is as follow. We will be inside Photoshop, and in Photoshop I have right now, this is my background image. I'll give you a small brief and a quick brief of what I have done in that image. I have the background image, which is, this is my original image. It has been edited by the Lightroom. That's why you can see the contrast and everything what is related to the basic kind of editing in the back. It's already done. The way I've taken that image is that I was pointing on the outside. I was metering on the outside, and therefore that's why I have the background, or what is outside the door is clear, and you can see the details in it. So if you will be doing so, whatever is inside is gonna be extremely black. So that's why in this section, on this angle, I have used the flash. And trust me, the flash is extremely enjoyable kind of product to use, because it's a kind of way, if you want to have the textures and details coming up in your image, then you definitely require to use a flash. So what I have done in here, I have removed the flash and I've cleaned some of the flooring anyway. And what I'm gonna add is myself standing like that. But if you see the image in such a way, you can simply know that this person is not and have never been in this area before. So we have to match the color, because in the way I've taken myself, I've taken that picture is that it was like lighted by a flash. So therefore you will simply see the color not matching the area in here. And plus, without having a shadow, definitely it will appear not real. So what I have done is I added my shadow. Okay, this is the first thing. And the second shadow, just look at my feet, at that area that's in itself. I've added another shadow where at least the feet you can have a feel that it's really on the ground. Anyway, let's come now to the major point where I need to have the color of myself matching the color of my background. So what exactly I need to do? I will be going to the adjustment layer, and in the adjustment layer I will be choosing curves. Remember curves? If you haven't seen curves, please go back to my previous video, which you can see the link down here. Just see what I've been talking about, the curves and how to master curves. It's really an amazing thing to work with. And what I will be doing is that I will click on that area, and this will open a menu. Once I click on it, I will be clicking on auto options. Once that opens, what I will be getting is that I will be choosing and by the way, this will affect like any person clicking on this auto. You can change it, which I want to do right now. I want to change it to something like called find the dark and light color. And what does this exactly do? It's gonna find the darkest area in the image and the brightest area in the image, and it will detect its color. Okay, right now it's detecting it's a black, gray and white, but we need to change that. Okay, what I'm gonna do right now is I want to be sure I'm not on the because to be honest, that's the first mistake. I was, trying to click here and there, and it was not working. The reason I was on the mask where I need to be on the on the image itself. So let me cancel that because right now I'm on the mask. I will put it on the image because that will reflect the image which is beneath it. And by the way, even though before that, let me try to take it all the way down because I wanted to see the image. I don't want to see it. I don't want it to see myself. I want to see let it see the background. So what I will be doing is that I will do the same thing, but I'll make sure it's on the layer, not on the mask. So then I will be I'll double click, so I'll get that menu, or I can press on that side. Again, I will press on the menu here, and then I will choose the auto option. In auto option, I will choose find the dark and light colors. Okay, now I will be clicking on the black. I will mention to Photoshop, please look at the darkest area and take its color. That's what I can see that this area is almost the darkest area, not extremely dark, but somehow it's dark. So I will click on that. Okay, that's the first thing I need to do, and then I'll say okay. And then I need to tell Photoshop, please choose the color of the brightest area which I want. I want to take the color cast from this side. So this is the brightest area somehow. I will click on that. Okay, and then finally I will choose the mid-tone. Okay, let me say okay, and then I will choose the mid-tones, and the mid-tones, this somehow should be in, kind of gray kind of color. So I will click on that. Okay, and then I will say okay. And now, as you can see, I've taken the colors of the background. Now I'll just mention okay, and then it will tell me that if you want to use this kind of thing or the kind of color which I have chosen as a default, don't do that, because anytime you're gonna click on auto, it will take that color to each and every image. So I'm gonna say no. And now, since it is taking from the background, I will be taking that layer. I will take it all the way to, to the upper side where it is above the object which I want to let it take this color cast, which is myself here. And I will make sure that it is only happening on myself, it's not happening on the background, because this layer is affecting everything beneath it. So it's affecting myself and it is affecting the background itself. And in the background, it's somehow doing the color double time. The color is already there, and it's also doing it the same twice. So all I have to do, either I will double click on the layer, on the adjustment layer, and here you can see an icon, and this icon, if I click on it, I will just tell Photoshop, please apply this layer only on the layer which is beneath it, and this is called the clipping mask. Okay, or I can simply press Alt, and once I press Alt and I have my cursor between those two layers, I will get the same icon. But since this clipping mask is already there, that's why now you can see the same icon but with a dash. That's meant to cancel it. Okay, but I'm gonna apply it right now. As you can see now, the color which I've chosen in the image, now it's reflecting on me as well. And now, as you can see, the effect is a little bit too much, so we need to reduce it just a little bit. And all you have to do is go to the opacity and you can reduce it. I like to reduce it all the way down. This will bring us back to where we have started, and then I will gradually start increasing it until I see it more realistic. I can see like at 65 it's giving me a good effect. See how it was on the 100%, it's a bit too much, but on 65 it looks much better. Okay, so all I have to do right now is I can simply, to make it look much better, in my opinion, of course, I will just go and add a curve where I just want to, increase the contrast of that image. And if you recall from my previous video, I can simply come here. I will be choosing the darkest area in the image, which is that one, and I will reduce it a little bit, okay, and then I will go to the brightest area in the image, which is somewhere here, and I will raise it up like so, okay. And as you can see right now, it's the same thing, that it is affecting the whole image, which I don't want. Right now I will be pressing on the Alt, and between those two layers I will click here, and then that itself will affect only myself. It is a very small episode today. To be honest, I've been sick the couple of days back, so I don't want to, stress myself. But I hope that this video or this episode is helpful. And by the way, just to give you another tip, just to be fast with that, I don't like what's happening on the skin, because the skin tone is always, catchy. Every person will immediately know that there is something wrong. So if you don't like the effect to happen on some place in the image, you can simply go to, I'm especially talking about the color cast, I can go to that curve which has the color. I will go on the mask itself, and with the brush I'll click on B, so I will be choosing the brush. I will be brushing with black to take out the effect on the skin. So I'll reduce the the size of the brush, and somehow I will be painting on the skin. No problem if you go out, so you can simply press X. This will take it to the white, and then you can make it much cleaner. And the same thing, it's on the skin, which is on my toes. I will also remove that. Okay, so that will look much better than before. And this is it. Hope you find this video informative, as I normally say. I hope so. If you do find it informative, please don't forget to press like in YouTube. This will really help me keep on giving you these videos. And please don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel, so you will be always updated by email exactly when I'm posting a new video. Plus, you can also subscribe to my Facebook page, and also I will be from time to time posting some images of my work. Thank you and have a nice day.